Welcome to a new Liftinstituut expert session. In this series of short video discussions, experts from all around the world share their knowledge, experience, and views on a variety of vertical transportation subjects. Today we have Elena Mauro. She's Functional Safety Certification Specialist at Liftinstituut, and we're going to discuss elevators and cybersecurity. Very exciting. Welcome, Elena.
Thank you.
Yes. So I understand elevators used to be purely mechanical in their operation, and then over time they became electrical and relied more on circuitry and so forth, but they were still disconnected from the internet, and now that's more common. What dangers does that introduce?
Yes, the type of dangers and the threats that introduced are on the news, the newspaper for who follows the news. I mean, it's only last year that the Pentagon was hacked, and the Department of Homeland Security and big companies such Microsoft or yes, and Cisco. And so the type of threats have to do with the unwanted or unauthorized access into your operations, into your network. So once inside, a criminal can do a number of things. One thing he can do is just look around, listen, see, watch things. Depends also what kind of hacker you are dealing with. Second thing that he can do, he can steal. He can steal data, he can steal intellectual properties and look how the lift is done and how it operates, the software.
Interesting.
It can also cause disruption to your operations by, for example, causing denial of service. Another thing that he can do is hijack your device, the lift, and then release it only after you pay a ransom. This has happened also in hospitals, for example. We know.
And if this were, say, the Burj Dubai or a building like that, then losing your elevators, it's a big deal. So.
You are right, spot on. And then the highest level of threat is that the cyber criminal really updates the configuration of your machine and to make it fail or to cause harm. Simply for that purpose. And this is the highest danger that can take place.
That's interesting, and it sounds like something out of a movie, but you also need to plan for the worst case. So it's good to think like a movie when you're thinking of safety in this way.
Yeah, but it's a sad, but reality has become maybe worse than a movie. I mean, if you read the news, you know about attacks at the nuclear power station and also attacks and ransomware against hospitals. So nothing is spared.
Are there standards? Are there cybersecurity standards that lift operators can follow to ensure that safety?
Yes, of course. There is the reference, the mother standard is the IC 62443. It's a huge standard. Actually, it's a series of standards that address different parties. They address asset owners, they address producers of parts of instrument with requirements, technological requirements about the product itself. And it also addresses the system integrator with system requirement for a secure integration of your network, of your system. So this is the main standard. But
no, go on. I was going to ask what the developments are. Like, is it evolving over time?
Of course, it's evolving over time.
Yes.
And not only that, it's not only the international committees that are busy writing standards, but also the trade associations for lifts are coming out with best practices and guidelines to aid the manufacturer and also maintenance companies when dealing with the security of lifts. So in this respect, I would really advise you and all our viewers to have a look at the guidelines that have been issued in 2019 by the National Elevator Industry. It's a trade association from the USA. And it describes best practices for securing a lift. It is to the point and very concise and really gives you hands-on guideline on all the ingredients that you have to look after when you are securing your lift.
And that's good, because I can see an elevator manufacturer might be very smart about designing an elevator, but know nothing about cybersecurity. So it's good that resources like this exist. Yeah?
Exactly. And even the functional safety specialists that in the last years, they always taken care of the safety integrity of a lift, are also confronted with this new topic, and are always also asking themselves, how do I manage these two disciplines in a way that I cover all without gaps? So in this respect, since we are speaking about standard, I would encourage all functional safety specialists that come from the process safety or from the machine safety, and they are really addressing these queries, to take a look at the ICTR 63069. It's a technical report from the International Electrotechnical Committee. It was issued also in 2019, and it really offers a framework of dealing or integrating cybersecurity and functional safety. And it's based on a model that pivots around creating a secure environment for your safety function to work. So I really advise people to.
Right. And does, if you achieve this perfect, safety standard, what does that mean for availability? Is it going to affect, the reliability of the lifts?
These are very technical questions. I mean, that's why you need a framework to deal with these two disciplines. In general, every time you increase the safety, or in this case the security, every time you increase the safety of a product, you are decreasing the availability. So I want to make a very simple example for you. If you are on your bike and you are riding, and you want to be you are scared, you want to be very safe, and you are going to brake. Every time you see a bird flying or you hear a strange noise, you will never arrive, you will not make it, right?
It sounds like how I ride my bike,
Yeah, maybe. But so the more, if you want to be 100% safe, you don't have to move and do anything. So safety and availability have these jigsaw dynamics. The higher is one, the lower is the other one. And in order to reach both safety and availability, you have to find a good compromise, or you have to have some technique that guarantee you both of them, but as you can imagine, nothing is free in this world. They are very expensive.
You have to lose in some other way by paying more or what have you. How would you compare what's going on with lifts and cybersecurity with, for example, the automotive industry or the process industry? Are we behind those sorts of industries, or what?
So in general, the elevator sector has always been lagging behind with respect to this innovation, the connectivity to the network. And why? Because the design has always been stable, and in engineering, this golden rule that proven design is not easily updated. I mean, when the design is stable and fulfills all the requirements of the users and of the law, you don't really easily go and innovate it.
Absolutely.
So that's why the elevator world has been a little bit separated from all this connectivity and digitalization trends of the market. But from the automotive sector, the lift sector has learned a lot of lessons learned, namely that when you connect all these devices to the internet, you can do a lot of things. First of all, you can build predictive models for maintenance. So by collecting data from many machines, and you can learn trends, and the machines can at a certain point diagnose themselves and learn when they are about to need repair. So then they can call for assistance, and at the end, really the downtime or the availability for the user increases, and also the cost for the maintenance company to do preemptive maintenance also decrease. So this is a lot of gain.
Yeah, so my obvious question was, if we're behind the automotive industry, then why are we trying to do what the cars do, you know, with the connectedness? But it sounds like there are benefits as well.
There are benefits for all parties, for the manufacturers, above all for the maintenance company, and for the users, because they have elevators that have a higher uptime.
That makes sense. Okay, well, fantastic. Well, we are glad that you are out there doing this sort of work and keeping the elevators safe, even as they evolve in this way. So thank you for that, and thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah. And thank you for watching at home to another Liftinstituut expert session. We have many more videos on our channel, so subscribe to Liftinstituut on YouTube. If you have an idea for a topic you'd like to see in a future video, you can let us know in the comments below. And we'll see you at the next Liftinstituut expert session.